Hello, I hope you and yours are safe and healthy. The COVID variant continues to spread widely, and several among us have had it, including a couple of folks who have had to take to their beds for a week and one member hospitalized and since released. So do the things you need to do to stay safe. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and the sin that clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. Our goal as Christians is to attain the likeness of Christ. Our journey, the race that is set before us, is to move from our own self-centeredness to being more and more Christ-like each day. We all begin the journey as the center of our own worlds, but as we grow and are nurtured in the life of faith, we live more deeply into our baptismal promises to seek and to serve Christ. As we seek and serve Christ in others, we become more like Christ ourselves. Our inspiration to attain this goal is the great cloud of witnesses which surrounds us on every side. Let us never think that we embark on the journey alone. We can't do it by ourselves. Any of us who's grown at all in the likeness of Christ is indebted to faithful Christians who have shared their faith journeys with us. Hearing their stories and seeing their faith in action empowers and sustains us in our own journey. And not all saints have arrived. Those of us here are still on the journey. And we, with the inspiration of those who have gone to their reward, are charged with helping others on their journey. We can be witnesses in many ways. As we approach a new school year and church year, I hope you'll consider, as you've never considered before, God's call to serve others on their journey. Consider being a witness to children and youth as a Sunday school teacher. It's not about what you know, but about how much you love them and about being faithful. In your own journey, it may have been a Sunday school teacher who inspired you. Think about passing that on. Walter Brueggemann, in his commentary on Proverbs, says, Israel was the sort of culture that loved its young enough to tell its young what it had heard from God. Israel loved its young enough to say, you don't have to make up the way as you go. You don't have to reinvent the path to God on your own. We'll tell you. We'll show you the way. I hope you'll consider serving Christ in others beyond these walls. Our outreach team leads our congregation's efforts in serving the poor and homeless and broken in our community, in standing for justice with those who have been cast to society's curb. Perhaps you know folks who need a place to go to church, who need to experience God's love in an open, caring, serving community of faith. Consider inviting someone to share the Christian journey with us here at Trinity. In all these ways, imagine someone reflecting on you as one of the cloud of witnesses who sustained and encouraged them through your faithfulness. Through baptism, we ourselves are part of that great cloud of witnesses, called and empowered to run the race that is set before us, following Jesus, who is the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. He's the way and the truth and the life, both the goal of our journey and our companion along the way. Thanks be to God. See you soon.